Apparently Yusuf's having dinner.
Oh, he can wait then. He lose that. Who is missing?
Yusuf and well, there'd be two more because a reserve's in. Um,
Aston
Pro
Martin.
Ultra and Yusuf. Yep,
Who's?
Pro Ultra and
Oh,
Yusuf.
okay, cool. All right. Yep. You can lock. Let me just check your settings very quickly. Lock it
Shift
to
button.
20.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. You need to put damage on standard. You've put it on reduced for both.
I was told. So standard.
No, you've got one on reduced, and you need the other one on reduced. You've got one on reduced and one on standard.
So reduced.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Checkered's just said green. Fucking hell.
All right. Is Yusuf joining? Open it up 1
Can't.
to 1. It's fine. It's evaluations.
Okay. Yep.
And I'll send them an invite again. Right. No, actually, we're not looking at it, so don't. Just continue. Leave it. It's fine.
So green.
Right. Yep.
Alright, sweet. Div 1, receive. Div 1 reserve.
Can everyone hear us on stream? Just want to make sure that everyone can hear us.
Can you hear me?
Yep, you need to share your voice, bro. How are you sharing your voice? It's different on here. So you go to the party. Oh, hang on. All right.
Yeah,
Hang
no,
on.
I'm on the stream. I can hear myself.
Oh, we can hear each other. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first evaluation race of the season of Season 9. Yes, we are back with Rush Racing League, and it is a combined total of Division 1 and Division 2 together. Vettel, welcome back, my friend.
Yeah, it is great to be back. We're having another evaluation race. New season, new comings happen, you know. I just got announced team principal, so there's a lot of big changes, and it's gonna be a good season, SJ.
Yes, it is going to be a great season ahead. I'm looking very forward to it, doing something a bit different tonight. There's no overlays tonight, we're just doing the normal. My computer has decided to call it a day, so hopefully I can get it up and running. But we do have all the stats, we've got the programs running in behind. What are we going to see from these evaluations? This is the main thing, isn't it? Because this is the focus, what it's on. Are these guys quick enough for Division 1? Are they quick enough for Division 2? You know, we've got the two together because we didn't think that we would get all the Division 1 drivers there. Who are you going to be looking out for tonight, especially in the com side to it, and also as the TP of Mercedes, which is, I'd like to say, congratulations.
I appreciate it. As a TP side of it, I'll be looking for whoever's the cleanest. I'll probably go into the race director after the race. I'll figure it out. It's It's a different story, you know. I've been told a lot of things on what to and what not to do, and obviously I didn't make the team, but I'm the reigning premiers, so it's a lot of pressure. But yeah, I'll be looking out for who I would say who's the cleanest. That's all I want. Maybe consistency as well. I'm not looking for wins every week. I'm more looking for consistent wins. But as a comp side, you want to look at whoever's battling the most, who I wouldn't say is the most aggressive, but the most, let's just say, more worthy to be into the higher divisions. And yeah, what's your thoughts on this, SJ?
I just can't wait to see it. I just can't wait. Look at these sexy cars. Look at the Haas. Look how gorgeous that looks. It's just great, isn't it? It's just great. New game, new cars, new look. You know, the graphics look insane. It's going to see what the guys are capable of. If they've gone down, if they've gone up. You know, if they're quicker, if they're slower. You know, we're going to see some surprises, and really good with the attendance as well. 19 people, only one missing, unfortunately, which is Pro Ultra. But remember, 2 evaluation races you need to do, and then that is it. You are more than welcome just to sit out the rest, but it's up to you. We would like to see everyone get them done because we've got 4 weeks of them, and I think it's a great period of time, which it's going to be pretty busy. It's going to be very busy. Obviously, Division 1, 2 tonight, Division 3 tomorrow, Division 4 on Monday, Division 5 on Tuesday, I think, and then Division 6 on Wednesday. So a fun-filled week of evaluations, Beto.
Yeah, it's going to be a good few weeks. I reckon these are probably the most chill ones because once the season starts, it's all push. So, yeah, I reckon you do your first. My advice: do the first 2, and then it's your call if you want to maybe not go for. If you want to race it, go for it, but maybe don't try your hardest.
Yep, 100%.
You've already done your 2.
And on that, let's go through who we've got on the grid and give you a bit of an introduction. How's that?
Let's do it.
All right, so first up, we've got Dante, the new team principal of Haas, is in the Visa Cash App tonight. So don't take any notice of the guys that are in any random cars. This is an evaluation race, but he is the TP of Haas. Then we've got Dino, the TP of Williams. He is in a Williams. That's even better. We've got Watanabe, the TP of Aston Martin. He's in the Haas tonight. We've then got Chalmers, the reigning and Division 8 World Champion of Division 1, putting his title on the line for Season 9 this season. He is in the Alpine tonight. We've got Meraki Don in the Red Bull. Kyatonic in the McLaren. Campbell Adams! Is he back full-time? Is he back reserving? Is he as good as we all think he is? Or will he make mistakes tonight? Well, he'll be one that definitely people will be keeping a close eye on tonight. Then we've got Limitless Draco in the other McLaren. We've then got Yusuf, and that's a great start for Limitless as he's been disqualified for position from going the wrong way. Not the best of starts there for Limitless. Yusuf in the Aston Martin. Jono, the man that really put the barrel up against Chandler's last season. He is in the Ferrari. Max, I'm not going to say that, but we're going to go with Max Verstappen. Then we've got Tez Wojciech Szczesny, who is in the Williams. He was the 3rd place last season, putting up the battle between Chandler's and Jono. Aiden Israel had a fantastic end in Division 2 and wanted to continue playing F1 24 compared to probably the whole world. But unfortunately, we're on 25 and he's still in an Alpine. With Matif, one of the most improved driver of the season last season, and made a massive surge on the overalls near the end of the season, actually taking P2 in the overall. So great job for him. He is the Kick Salbert TP. Shifty Wizard in the Visa Cash App, had a late charge early on, did switch teams, but unfortunately did not get into the top 3 in the end. But we one to watch out for tonight, and then obviously we've got Limitless Draco, who has DSQ'd. So, and Arazal, I have no idea who that is.
That's
Azrael. That's Kalki. Okay, cool. Good to see that he changes his name like he changes his underpants. So yeah, that's the lineup.
So yeah, very stacked grid. We've got Campbell Adams in first with a 26.906. That is insanely quick. That's pretty much settled the bar on which division he's in. But so if we go, just me turn on telemetrians
A
thing.
change there, is there, for Campbell?
Yes. Okay, let's go. So yeah, new game. It's different HUDs, a lot of different things. I'm looking on the Yuki Bear, who's just starting a lap now. He is on overtake ERS mode or harvesting. It's a lot different now. But he's burning a bit through that main straight. He's on 65 coming into the braking zone. Turn 1 is pretty smooth coming through turn 2. I am aware this is his first ever race on no traction. So that's what I'll be doing on Sunday, I believe. So we're in the same boat. And it's not going well, but I'll figure it out. I've got all night to practice. But he's got purple sector 1, so he's clearly doing really well with it. He's the snap coming into the hairpin. But overall not too bad, 65% battery. He is on harvesting, which I don't know if harvesting means he's on none or on hot lap. I think it means hot lap, but I don't know. Not too bad of an exit coming out of turn 10 now onto the second straight. Probably one of the better straights on this track. Coming down to the end of sector 2. These left-handers are always weird on the curbs, especially in the game before this, where you hit it and you kind of have a snap. But I think he's either stopped burning or something, because he's on 100% battery, and there's an Aston Martin behind him. That Aston Martin is Yusuf. And Yusuf is burning a lot. So I think, yeah, Yusuf is getting the move done in qualifying. I think maybe Yuki might have sat on the racing line a bit, but that's okay. Not really. He's pitting, and so is Yuki Bear. So, oh god, I've just seen full throttle into there, but alright. Not too bad of a few laps. I know Yuki will be wanting to get better. He is P8 right now, but I know Yuki, he's going to be wanting to get better. Yep.
Yep. No, I think some of these drivers are just getting to grips. I don't know if they've done any league racing yet. This is obviously the time to prove what they've got. If they have improved or not, we'll have to wait and see. We've got Campbell in that P1 position at the moment. Yusuf in P2. Hado getting a 5-grid penalty there for hitting Max Verstappen there. Wojciech Steg in P3. So they are top 3, 27s, and a 26.9. So only a tenth between P2 and P1, and a couple of thousandths of a second off P3 and P2. So that's pretty close at the moment. Top 5 all in the 27s, and then we go a little bit further back down and we've got 28s all the way down to with Matif down there in P14, and then it goes to 29s with Hado, Max Verstappen, Dante hasn't set a time, Kaitonic hasn't set a time, and also Limitless Draco is out of this qualifying session. Short quali in all evaluation races. 35% in all evaluation races as well, and reduced damage. So yeah, we're going to give the guys a little bit of a go. But interesting to say the least. Bahrain, a great track for testing. A fan favourite of yours? Do you think these guys will be a bit cautious going into turn 1 with the new cars?
This is honestly probably, if not my favorite. If it's not in top 3, it probably is my favourite track on this game. It's very good, it's very smooth, it's one of my favourites. But yeah, turn 1, it's a hard braking zone, especially a lot of these drivers are learning lower or no assists. It'll be a bit chaotic, I'm not doubting that, but it's gonna hopefully be good. It is evaluation, so I'm sure they'll be clean, hopefully. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad so far. We have seen, was it Hado with 5th place and Limitless with the DSQ. I'm sure they'll be brought up soon. As I've just seen, was this Campbell? Massive snap coming out of the last turn of Sector 2, and he's just gone way off the track. That's... you can tell he has an expensive wheel if that happens.
He's obviously going to probably go again or come into the pits at the moment. He's probably happy with that 26.9, but are we going to see an improvement, or are we going to see that be beaten at the moment? We've still got Yusuf and Wojciech Stek both on outlaps at the moment. We've got Kalki down there in P4 at the moment as well. Maraki Don in that P5 spot as well. And it's really good to see Maraki Don making an appearance, as he made a few appearances last season in the reserve program. So is that his choice? Does he have a chance this season? Are we going to see Maraki Don looking to go into a full-time seat, do you think? Is this going to be his season?
Who knows? I've got him in mind. I have. I'll be honest. I have got him in mind. I'm not saying I'll sign him. I won't make any promises to anyone, but I've definitely got him in mind. I'm aware that he does live in another continent, so that might be hard to get A, attendance, and B, networks and all that. But that's not an overall sabotage. I think he's in mind. I won't make any promises, but yeah, I do think if it's not me that signs him, someone will. He is very quick, whereas he's fifth right now, and these drivers are insane. So that's pretty cool. Even just to be fifth right now, I would screenshot that, put that everywhere, guys. I'm fifth in Div 1 on a qualifying race, qualifying. That's not too bad. Either way, that is not too bad at all.
Okay. And how do you think that this man's going to do? We just jumped on board him at the moment. Jono, how do you think Jono's going to go this season? Obviously came runner-up last season. Had a nice little battle there with Chandler's. Come back from a very bad injury, and obviously hope he's resting up well. He's in PA at the moment, and I'm actually going to take you on board a flying lap of Jono. So enjoy. Here we go. Going down the main straights with the DRS and the ERS as well. As you can see, the battery there is not harvesting at the moment. So there we go. Dropping down into second gig, taking into the nice corner there, going into third, then dropping up into fourth, coming up the hill, pushing over to the left-hand side, right into the curb, getting a very nice rhythm going into the corner here. Very nicely there onto the curb. A little bit cautious going into that. A little bit of a slip there using the back. As you can see, a lot more interesting here, taking a lot flat out going through there, and he's lost the back end there, and there you go. That is his lap done and dusted. And you can see there a lot of mistakes making from most of these drivers very early on in this evaluation race. Vettel.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah, there was gonna be a lot of mistakes, as I've said many times today. People are driving lower or no assists. It's the time of the year. This game is very quick when you run no traction. You gain about, actually I don't know it, but I'm assuming about a second a lap. I feel like it'd be that much, depending on obviously track and tyre wears. Which on another note is crazy. I'm getting like 80% on Qatar on like 6 laps. But yeah, I honestly really like this game. But yeah, the lower or no assists bug, or not bug, but buff, is gonna cause a lot of hours put into this game to get practice in.
Yeah, no, going to be interesting to say the least. Wojciech Steg actually making a bit of a move there on Campbell's time with a 26.7, so 2/10 quicker than Campbell Adams at the moment. And Campbell Adams, let's have a look, coming through into Sector 3. Are we going to see an improvement here? Will we be looking at a 26.5? We'll have to wait and see. Coming around into the final corner, now getting a very nice grip, getting out on the exit, crossing the line. 26.6. Look at that, a 10th quicker than Wojciech Steg. That is impressive, to say the least. But good to see that someone is actually going up against Campbell with the time there. Only a 10th between Wojciech Steg and Campbell Adams. So nice to see there from Steg. Going a little further back down, let's have a look how Chalmers is getting on. The man that won the championship last season, down there in P9 at the moment in that 27.7, 2.5 minutes to go, coming into the pits, and he's going to have one more last hurrah before we get on board with some racing. Dante, he is in P11 at the moment, looking likely to go again. No, it looks like he's going to be coming into the pits as he's low on fuel. A little bit further back down there, we've then got Dido in P12. We've then got Yuki Bear in P13. Some names, are you a bit surprised to see them down that far, down the table at the moment?
I would say so, yeah. I think the Div 3 graduates, Kaio, With, they need to put a name for themselves. Right now, they're 17th and 16th. They're actually right next to each other, and they're both not on the lap, so I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. But yeah, they need to put a name to themselves. I understand they're all coming out onto a lap. They're about to start a lap, and that's when all the leaderboard will change a lot, as we've just seen Campbell retire in the pits. So he said, I can't come out again, and said, you know what, I'll see you in the front row. Might not be first, but I think he'll get in the front row at least.
Well, yeah, as we see Campbell Adams is retired there. Wojciech Steg looks like he's going to go again. Yusuf is going to go again. Kalki is on a lap at the moment. Let's have a look in Sector 1. Let's see if we're going to see an improvement on his time here. 20... No improvement at the moment. So everyone is on an outlap, and we are going to come to the closing stages of the first qualifying of the season in the evaluation. Doesn't count as the season yet, as it doesn't start quite yet, but this is an evaluation race, and remember there is Division 3 tomorrow night. We will be looking to probably move some Division 4 drivers into that, as we do have 5 seats open, so it'll be nice to see if we can get that fill up. But at the moment we've got Division 1 and Division 2 here tonight, and this is looking like this is going to be a good night in... Well, definitely at the front between P1, P2 and P3. Let's have a look. Wojciech Steg, Sector 1. Yusuf is also in Sector 1 as well. Yes, he's up on his time. So Wojciech Steg at the moment will beat Campbell Adams' time. Yusuf in Sector 1 as well. Is there an improvement there? Let's have a look. No improvement. So it's all about Wojciech Steg, who is improving. Going down the hill into Sector 2 now. Getting onto the DRS. A little bit of traffic in front and behind. What are we going to see here? We're going to jump back off him because we're going to go on to Aiden's Raiden, who is coming round into Sector 3. We've got a kick that's crossed the line. That's Yuki, I think, and he's gone P11. Let's have a look. Aiden's Raiden coming around the last final corner. Getting on to the main straight. What's it going to be for Aiden is Raiden? Is he going to push into the 27s? Yes, he does. 27.5. We're going to jump back on to Wojciech Steg. Is he going to beat the time of Campbell Adams? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He actually loses time and does a 26.7. Yusuf from the mind. No, he hasn't validated. He's gone into the wall. That is lovely. Great driving from a PGR driver there, but there we go. Very surprised there, Vettel, that Steg has not beaten that time, even though he was a tenth and a half up in Sector 1.
Yes, I've just seen a lot of crashes on the main straight. Like, oh my. So what happened is Yusuf decided to throw himself into the pit wall, and his car teleported back onto the racing line in the middle of the track, and Watanabe smashed right into it. So that's not good at all.
Nope.
I've never seen that before, and I hope to never see that again. That's not good enough.
Nope. It's obviously another glitch in the game that we've found. Anyway, Vettel, take us away through the whole classifications from P1 to the end.
All right. So we've got Campbell Adams in first, Wojciech Steg in second, Yusuf, Azriel, Meraki Dom, Max Verstappen, Aiden's Raiden, Jono, JDI Mr. Thunder, and Chandler's rounding out your top 10. We've got Dido, Yuki, Dante, Watanabe, Shifty, Kaio, With, Hato, and Limitless Draco finishing it off. That's not too bad of a qualifying. There's about a second between first and eighth, so pretty close. There was 81 hundredths between Wojciech Steg and Campbell. And there's only one thing I know about Campbell. Number 81, Oscar Piastri, is his favourite driver. So maybe that's some sort of luck.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here. But interesting on some of those times. I'm just looking at the program at the moment, and it's made it quite interesting to see some of those times. I will say. I will say indeed. Interesting on some of those times. So we will see.
Too slow or too fast?
Just some of the times at the back, just not as quick as I thought they were going to be. I thought we would see a little bit quicker. Looks a bit of a gap from the bottom to the top. So
I think that's the points of evaluations, isn't it?
Yeah. This is why we do it, mate. This is why we do it.
Yep.
So we get everyone.
That one-time trial lap doesn't fix it.
No, it doesn't.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lights out and off we go. Campbell gets a great start. All the drivers get off the clean start pretty well. Did see a V-Cub get a little bit as we go into the V-Cubs. There's a big crash. Oh no, that's not good one bit. Oh, okay. Other than that, no, that wasn't good at all. No, but okay. Not too bad of a start from Mercedes, 2nd and 7th, so not too bad. We've got Wojtek taking the lead of the race. We've got, where's Shifty? Oh my god, this is chaos. Everyone's learning no traction. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I saw Yuki spin, Shifty spin, Kaio spin, Yuki, what's his name? Jono spin. The person who's had the best start is probably Hato. He's gone from, how many positions has he made? He has made 8. So that's very good from him. He's probably the only one that isn't learning no traction right now. Okay. Anyway, we've got a second gap between Meraki Dom and Campbell Adams, so not too bad from the boys over there. Meraki Dom is, I'd say, more of a, how do I word it? Underdog. No one's overly knows his pace. If you don't really watch the reserve program, you don't know him. But he is very quick, as we've seen today, and I reckon he deserves a seat, even in whatever team, he deserves one. A lot of drivers in the front have actually burnt a lot of battery. As we're seeing, Wojtek said, crossed the finish line, P1 so far. That sounded like it was the last lap. It is not. It's lap 2 now. But he locks up a bit through turn 1. A lot of drivers are locking up. Oh, who's that went wide? Raiden went deep going into turn 1. The Alpine and Haas of Chandler's and JDI and Mr. Thunder were side by side through turn 1. Will they actually go side by side again? Doesn't seem it. They'll go single file through these turns because it's very dangerous. Overall, not too bad. It was a big crash, but there was no DNFs, which is always good to see. So we can actually evaluate you and not judge you off as a race start. But yeah, SJ, what was your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, a very good start there from Wojtek Steg, taking that P1 position. Carol Adams not far behind there, 9.5 tenths, which are going to jump on to some tyres. He's obviously decided to go for them softs. Campbell deciding to go for those mediums. Meraki getting a very, very close battle there between him and Yusuf in P3 and P4. Yusuf seems to be really going for it. He's on 38%, Meraki on 33%, so pretty close on the ERS management there. Kelky not far behind in that other Red Bull in P5. Then we've got Max Verstappen in P6 at the moment, who's putting the pressure on as well. Then we got Raiden down there in P7 and P8, so good to see the two Alpines trying to work together. We'll have to wait and see if we're going to see any movement or any changes. JF7 going on those soft compound tyres as well, same with Kyotonic. It will be interesting to see what happened at the beginning of the race. We're going to see a move going on here as Yusuf does get the job done on Meraki Don, and now will be ready to attack Campbell Adams. Max Verstappen trying to go on the outside of Kalki. Does he get the job done? Yes, he does. Up into P5. Kalki down there into P6. Going a little bit further down. Hado now losing out to JF7. There is moves happening left, right, and centre, which is really good to see earlier on as Meraki Don loses that again to Yusuf. And then now here comes Max Verstappen right behind, putting the pressure on in P5. I think that's Chequered, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll go check it then. Check it in that P5 position at the moment. Meraki Don in that P4. We're going to go a little bit further back down. Jono down there in P13, ready to make a move on Dido. Gets the job done up into P12. With Patif down there in P14. Kyotonic with a little bit of a penalty there with 13 seconds. And Shifty Wizard with 10. So there might have been an incident there between the two. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Yuki Bear all the way down in 17th. Not having the best of nights at the moment. Could be the colour of the car, maybe. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. Dante down there in P18. Watanabe down there in P19. But so far, so good for Wojciech Steg, who is keeping Campbell at ease, but looking ready to make the move in the next, probably on this lap. Vettel, over to you.
Yeah, it's been overall great few laps, especially the battle between first and second. There's going 3 seconds. No way he goes for the dive, I was about to say. No, Campbell had a really good fastest lap, which was lap 3. DRS will be open. He's a bit too far to make a dive. I think I just saw Aiden's Raiden get the move done on JDI, or was it? No, sorry, Chandler's got the move done. But anyway, we're seeing Meraki Dom go down 2 places. Oh, Meraki Dom and Yusuf are side by side. That is very good to see. They were very clean. Come on, Meraki, show us some moves. Show us what you're made of. I'm looking forward to this.
Early days, yeah, but he's doing pretty well in that P3 position, having a nice little battle there with Yusuf. They have pushed that 3.7 second gap though to Campbell, so it looks like they will be cementing that P3 or P4 position, but they do have a nice little DRS train behind with Yusuf, Chekid, Kalki, Chandler's, Aiden's Raiden and JF7, so quite a few cars at the moment, but the battle is between Steg and Campbell. Campbell's still not made the move, just really basically waiting for the right moment, as those softs will die off, Vettel.
Yeah, softs are not the greatest tyre, especially around the track in the Middle East. So yeah, Wojtek,
True.
JDI and Kaio will have to pit very soon. It's softs on any track in F1 25 is not great, let alone in the Middle East. It's not not ideal. As we are seeing Campbell Adams and Wojtek said side by side going into turn 3 now. DRS will be open for Campbell Adams. Can he actually get the move done right here, right now? He goes to the inside of the track, gets the move done clean. Will he actually go for the switchback? Wojtek said might go for the switchback. He's lagging a lot, but he keeps it on track, sits behind single file and just maybe go for DRS move again, but he's actually lost a lot of time. So those softs are going to not be feeling great.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be suffering on them softs now. Those mediums are definitely going to come into their tyre. We know the tyre degradation on this game is OP at the moment, so we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen, how long we're going to see before some of these guys start to come to the pits. As we see a few guys deciding to go for the move already, get onto those hards, as Dante and Watanabe have decided to do that down there in P19 and P20, P18 and P19. Going to go further back down the grid. We've got Meraki Don now, 7.5 temps gap to Yusuf in the DRS. Then we've got Chickid right followed behind by him. Then Kalki, then Chandler's, Aiden's Raid, and JF7, Jono, Limitless Draco. Great drive from him so far from where he was in qualifying being DSQ'd. Then Hado in a bit of a McLaren sandwich there with the 2 Ferraris. Then we've got Dido down there in P13 with Matif in 14th, Shifty Wizard in 15th, Kyotonic in 16th, Yuki in 17th, Dante in 18th, and Watanabe in 19th. So far, so good. All 19 cars and no DNFs at the moment. So some great racing, Division 1 and Division 2 together at the moment. Vettel.
Yeah, it's been very good racing. Very good racing. We saw a big crash on lap 1. No safety car, surprisingly. But you know, the boys have actually started to recover. There's not, other than what Dante and Watanabe, there's not a massive gap between them. The biggest gaps are between Yuki and Kai, which is 4.5, and then Meraki Dom and Wojtek, which is 4.5. So, overall, not too bad. We are seeing Wojtek very close to Campbell. This is actually going to be a very good battle. They're both very similar on battery, if not exactly the same. They are. That's very good to see. So, yeah, but obviously Watanabe, 3-second time penalty. Is it a bit early? I think so. It's not the hardest. It's not the easiest track to get track limits. I think only these weird turns in Sector 3 and late Sector 2 are the ones you can probably cut, maybe turn 1. But Wojtek's tyres are gonna be hurting. I wouldn't be surprised if he boxes now for hards and just finishes it off on that stint.
Yeah,
But yeah,
definitely
he
a
stays there.
nice battle going on here between the Williams and the Ferrari of Dido. He's gone to the right, he's then gone to the left, he's then moving over to the right, going for the move there as with Matif closes the door and Shifty Wizard there, and then nice lovely battle, but the Williams has gone way too wide, has to be careful how to re-enter track there as he's on the grass and then going into the DRS board. Interesting battle going on there, but Dido has lost so many spots due to that, and now he's going to get overtaken from Kyotonic, so nice little battle, but still getting to grips of the game. Back up to the front though, Yusuf and Maraki Don going side by side. These two are really going at it, which is good to see at the moment, but Checkered is ready to pounce and make a move when it's ready basically, and he goes for a move on the right hand side, doesn't get it though, doesn't get the braking elements right yet, and he's now going to come under pressure from Chandler's in that P6. We're starting to see a little bit of a live wire going on now in Bahrain. Lap 7 out of 20 at the moment. No pit stops apart from the bottom 4 of JS7, Dante Watanabe and Yuki Jono getting a 3-second time penalty, jumping in with the pack as Jono's got 3, Shifty on 10, Kai on 13 and Wonton on 3 at the moment, but the two still going at the front are Campbell and Wojciech Steg. Great battle they are having. Even though he's on the softs, he's staying with Campbellans in that DRS, but they are gone. They are 4.5 seconds out in front of Yusuf in that P3 position as Marakidon looks ready to pounce again and go for a move, but low on ERS, I've got to say.
Yeah, ERS is a massive play, especially with how strong the DRS games are, not only in the game, but also on this track specifically. It's a very strong, there's 2 DRS zones, and they're not too low, one's on 50, one's on 27, so I think that's on the average of the drivers right now, but the gap between second and third being Yusuf, is still almost 5 seconds now, so I don't know what's the play with Campbell and Wojtek. Are they working together or are they battling? Because at some points it looks to alter.
Yeah, well, I'm just on board with Yuki at the moment, and Yuki's got that damaged front left, so his race is not going to plan at the moment. But yeah, they could be working together. It's Dido getting a 3-second time penalty. That's going to be big for him. But at the moment, it's interesting. What we're going to see here is Yuki's gone round and he's into the wall. So, and he's now going to have to wait. He's going to have to be quick because they're coming around the corner and he does not want to get in the way. Could this be a late retirement or a quick retirement here for Yuki Bear? As here come the leaders. I reckon that this could be a pit and a retirement here, as I think he could have extreme damage to that kick. And he is getting out of the... No, he's not pitting. He's not pitting.
Wojtek does it. It's a 10-second speeding penalty.
Oh, got to learn from that, Steg. And yeah, now Campbell is going to get the DRS off the back of Yuki now, even though he's a lap car. So yeah, he'll get the blue flags very, very soon. If he doesn't, he will get a penalty. So Kyotonic getting done for a 10-second in the speeding in the pit lane. So that's 2 cars done, and Yuki getting out of the way there. So how much time will Campbell make on Wojciech Steg? That's the question. He's now 5.7 seconds out in front of Yusuf in P2. Marakidon in that P3 is lost the DRS to Yusuf. So things have changed very, very quickly.
Yeah, and I think that's actually Kaio's second speeding in pit lane penalty, because he got one on lap 2 from the crash on lap 1. So pit lane's got something to do with Kaio, doesn't like him. And JDI, Mr. Thunder, gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. So
how do you get penalties at Bahrain, Vettel? Like, just give me some sort of understanding. Yeah, but how? Like, I don't know how you can get penalties here.
Going wide, you could have damage and not able to control the car. There's some fast turns at after the second straight in sector 2, the straight, that left-hander, if you do it really weirdly, you go wide or go too. If you cut it too close, that's a warning. Remember, you can also get double and triple warninged in this game.
Well, there you go. Yuki Bear's night is done and dusted. He's called it. He has lasted 10 laps, and that's serious damage to that car. He is down there in P19. So let's see what he can do in the next race for round number 2 at... Bear with me. Just bear with me. I'm trying to remember where race 2 is. 2 seconds. Race 2 is at Brazil. Yeah. So there we go.
That's a very good track. It used to be one of my favorites, and then I did rush Brazil, and I think I still got a podium, and I didn't do as good as I wanted to, and I base my favorite tracks on what tracks I win at.
Well, good to see that you're feeling confident. That was actually where we had a very good race together, didn't we? In the sprint.
We did, yes. Yep, the grass was looking good for me.
How are you feeling? Div 4.
Div 4. Oh, as we've seen, Max Verstappen Schlong. Yep, good name. He gets a 3-second time penalty, but how am I feeling in Div 4? I think I'm ready for it. I've been in Div 5, Div 5 when it was Div 4 at the time for 3 seasons. I think it's time. Obviously, I won the championship, so I'm going up, and I believe it's no matter what. And I still think this game, I wouldn't say it's my best game, but it's definitely I've got the pace. I feel I haven't done any league races in this game, so wait till Sunday, then you'll see.
Okay, well there we go. So if you have tuned in with us, we have got 9 laps of racing remaining. It's gone very, very quick tonight, I've got to say. Not too much has been happening. We had the drama on lap 1, a little bit of damage, few pens as well. Yuki Bear calling it a night, not having the best of nights. We also had Limitless DSQ early on in short quali. Wojciech Steg leading the way, but does have that 10-second penalty, so that's going to hurt him for speeding in the pit lane. Cameron Adams has just come out of the pits and decides to go on to hard tyres. Interesting strat there, I've got to say the least. Then we've got Yusuf in that P3, Marakidon in P4. He's still having a nice little battle there. He's actually lost out to Yusuf, though. Yusuf is actually 2.7 seconds down the road, so he's lost out there. He's actually going to come under pressure from Chandler's, who's actually done a stellar job in that P5 position at the moment, so great job from him. Then we've got Chicken in P6, and then he is separated in the middle of the Mercedes sandwich with the 2 Alpines of Chandler's and Aiden in P5 and P7, and Chequered right in the middle in P6, but does have that penalty. So this could be a good finishing for both Alpines tonight. We've then got Kelky down there in P8. Jono followed very closely behind him, does have a penalty though, we'll say the least. He's on the soft compound tyres, so will probably get the move done in the next few laps, or even now. We'll have to wait and see. JF7 with that penalty as well on those hards, Limitless on those softs as well, no penalty. A very good drive from him, so far so good. Hado down there in P12 as well, battling against it. He's actually 2.7 seconds to Whiff, so he's got a good jump on Whiff Matif at the moment out of that DRS. Then we got Whiff Matif and Dante, as Dante goes for a move on Whiff Matif, gets the move done up into P13, does have that pen. Whiff Matif has no penalties at the moment. Dido following very closely behind, does have that penalty, but has been quick in some areas of the track tonight. Shifty Wizard down there in P16. Unusual to see that man that far down. I'm surprised to see him that far down. Same with Whiff, and same with Dido as well, and also Kyo. So interesting to see some of these guys probably still getting to grips of the new game. Watanabe down there in P17 with that pen, Kyo Tonic down there in P18, and Yuki Bear out of this race. So far so good, lap 12 out of 20. How are you feeling with some of the performances at the moment? Who has stood out for you?
Who has stood out for me? Marakidon. I won't say he's a nobody, but nobody knew him. And he is literally making a name for himself right now. So, being P4 right now, yeah, he's got the reigning champion right behind him, but he's very quick, and who knows? Um, as for drivers, say Vojtech and Campbell, they've done really well today. Um, it's not unusual to see those drivers at the front though. As we're seeing actually Meraki Dom and Chandler's battle right now. They are side by side going into a DRS zone. Meraki has the DRS, so he must have got overtaken just as the detection zone. But that was a bit weird to see. As for Chandler's, I'm sure he will be ready for redemption. You know, they're 2 lap older hards, which is a bit just a little bit more worse because it is a track where you gain about 8% of tyre wear. And then they've also got Checkered and Jono right behind them. And then you got Aina's Rainin, who is also behind them. Kalki doesn't, or Asriel does not have DRS, so I'd cut the train there. So yeah, overall, Meraki Dom's pushing pretty hard. He is making a name for himself. And I don't think there is, but if there was a driver of the day system in the Evals, he'd get it, in my opinion.
Yeah, so to me, I'm looking at this. We're now coming up to lap 14 out of 20, and I'm looking at the top 10. And I'm thinking, what a stat grid that is. You know, Stead, Campbell, Yusuf, Meraki, Chandlers, Chekid, Jono, Aiden, Aids, and Kalki and Limitless. That's a great top 10. That looks like could be an interesting Division 1 battle. That could be for the whole season, couldn't it? If it's going like this, because there's not much gaps between them. Yeah, there is a gap between Stig and Campbell, but that's because Yusuf and Meraki have been battling, and then obviously they were battling earlier with Checkered as well. Chandler's has done a great job since that pit stop. Will those tyres hold out? That will be the question, because he is on older tyres. So if you're going to look at that, there you go. Oh, we got a retirement. And Watanabe's decided to retire in the pits. There we go. So we're down to 17, and he's left the session. So he's obviously not happy night for Watanabe. So that's a shame. But yeah, going back to the top 10. So yeah, because you've got Meraki, and Meraki lost a little bit of pace off Yusuf. So Yusuf has really pulled something out of the bag here. I don't know where he's pulled it from, but he's pulled 4 seconds. He's actually pulled another 2.5 seconds on Meraki Don. So he's got some serious pace. At the moment, so yeah, that would be interesting to say the least. But Chandler's, Checkered, Jono, Aiden, and Limitless and Kalki are all in the DRS, so pretty evenly matched there, from P4 down to P10.
And we are seeing a long train, if including people like Jono, Aiden's Raiden, Checkered, Chandler's. Meraki is still leading this train, but I think he'll get overtaken right now. Chandler's is right behind him. He'll overtake him just before the DRS zone. Who actually got the DRS out of that? It was too close. Meraki gets it, and he gets the overtake done. So did Chandler's do the right play? Because he just literally given Meraki the DRS, not really battled. So maybe that's something I got to note for my race. But so yeah, they've done that for 3 laps straight, so it's actually been a very good battle. It's clean. As for Checkered and Jono, they've just sat behind, really. I think Checkered's getting a bit closer than usual to Chandler's. This is all the battle for P4, keep that in mind. We've got Aiden's Rating, who is now in the DRS. That will bring over Limitless and Kalki. So this is going to be a long train. As we've just seen Aiden's Raiden go massively wide on the exit of turn 10. So this is the left hand I was talking about. You hit this a bit weirdly. That's a track limit, as you just saw Checkered do. So, yeah, that's where you can get your track limit warnings mainly. I bet you that's the main one.
Interesting to say, and Bahrain is not even on the calendar as well. So, yeah, interesting to say the least how these guys are going. You could say it is a little bit of a DRS train at the moment at Bahrain, but Meraki Don and Chandler's going at it. Are we going to see Chandler's? I'm going to jump on board with Chandler's for a lap, Vettel, and I'll let you take it away.
Alright, we've got Chandler's. P5 might be getting the overtake done on Meraki Don right now as we speak. He overtakes him before the DRS zone, so Meraki will be getting DRS again, and probably getting the move done as well, being on the inside line. Ooh. A little bit close to the barriers, not barriers, curbs. Don't know if he actually got a track limit warning, but Chandler's will sit behind coming to turn 3. Campbell Adams gets a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. So yeah, Chandler's 20% battery, 17% battery, close enough. Coming through these weird sector 2 turns, the S's I would think. They hit the curb weirdly. As for that, coming down to turn 9 and 10. No, that's one turn, that's turn 10. So, yep, DRS will be open, Limitless Draco gets a 3-second penalty. The Draco behind actually went really wide, and I think Jono will be getting the move done on that. Oh, they're side by side, coming to turn 11 now. They will actually go side by side through the whole turns. This will actually be really well. Jono backs out of it. As for Chandler's down, we are back going on to another straight. This one's not a DRS though. So he's got to burn all the battery he has and pray he gets more DRS, which will happen very soon. They're on pretty similar ERS modes. They're on, what, 30, 16, 40. So not too far apart. I think Chandler's, he's just going to, like, use Meraki's DRS and let everyone else try to keep up. And that's a lap done of Chandler's. So overall, not too bad of a lap, a 1:31.8. So on, what, 8 lap on hards, that's average. He sits behind, finally, going into turn 1, 2, and he'll get the DRS here, most likely making an overtake. Kyotonic gets a 3-second time penalty. He is not having a good night. I've seen him, get 2 pit speeding in the pit lane penalties, 10 seconds, and that's his track limit penalty. I don't know if it's actually, where is he? He is there.
16
He's got
seconds
16
depends.
seconds. Oh.
Do you believe that it's long enough for these guys to get grips of the game? There is a new patch coming out next week, in the next couple of days, 23rd, the next patch. Do you think 4 weeks is long enough for these guys to get up to grips before we start the season in probably mid-July?
I would think so.
Do you think it's enough time? Would you if you're a driver, the game's been out over a month now actually, and as you know, we do things quite late and long, and obviously our season finished, last couple of weeks I think, but we've got on with it pretty quick. We're not messed around. And do you think the duration of 4 weeks is long enough for these guys to get ready for the season? From what you're seeing tonight?
I think yes and no. If you're practicing in between your race days, what you say, me for example, I'll be racing on a Sunday. I'll be practicing from Monday to Saturday and Sunday before the race. So I think it should be enough. I was actually seeing a big crash going to turn one,
Meraki Don's lost it. He's actually gone from P3 down to P7. He's now in the traffic of Jono, Checkered, Chandler's and Yusuf. And that is terrible for him. He was doing so well, and now he's going to battle all the way back, but does not have a pen, so has a massive opportunity. Sorry, back to you, Vettel.
No worries. As I've just seen him do a massive switchback on Jono, but Jono will keep... Jono's actually had the speed.
Jono's round. Collision there with Limitless. And there you go. The smoke definitely does not help. Look at the smoke that came up on that corner. And Limitless could not see it, and he's gone straight into him, lost his front plate. Jono now down into P10. And obviously Meraki Don back up to P4 again, as it looks like Checkered's gone for a move. He goes for the move, gets it done, up into P5. Back to you, Vettel.
Yeah, Meraki Dom's a very lucky driver in that scenario. Wow, I've never seen that before. I think... No, we haven't started the last lap. It'll be next lap. So there's only a few more minutes of this race left, so boys will be pushing. So yeah, we saw Checkered get a very good overtake done, but Chandler's does not have a penalty. So that changes a lot of things. He is, what's his name? Checkered is very close to Meraki Dom, maybe making an overtake done. Maybe not this DRS zone, maybe not this lap, might be next. But again, he's got 3 seconds. The 2 drivers ahead of him and 3 drivers behind him don't have penalties. So he'll lose a few positions if everyone else is careful. So yeah, it's all just a drive and pray type scenario he's in.
Yeah, it is at the moment, and Wojciech Steg, if he just made a little bit more time, he would have probably got the job done there on Campbell Adams there, but unfortunately hasn't. Campbell's got that pen, but he's only 3 seconds, so he's only technically 6 seconds out in front at the moment, but yeah, a bit of a shame, because if he didn't have that pen, this would have been a fantastic night for Wojciech Steg, and that would have been, some questions raised, wouldn't it, on that?
Yeah, definitely. Don't know what happened, to be honest. It's
Last lap, Vettel. I'll let you take it away.
all right. Last lap. Wojciech is leading this race, but with a 10-second penalty, so he most likely won't be winning this race. If anything, he might come third or fourth. So he might be just pushing for a possible podium because he's 9.4 but ahead of fourth, which is Meraki. So Meraki should also push. There's not many at the front runners that are close, but there's a big train over here between about 7th and 5th. So we'll go on to check it. He is very close to Meraki Dom. Actually, he has more battery by about 12% as well. He will be burning. He'll be opening the DRS. Will he actually get the overtake, though? Goes to the right side of the track. Meraki actually holds it and turns in a little bit. Oh, that's risky. Oh, they've actually made contact. Going a bit wide goes Meraki. Check it. Knows that the red arrow is there. Can they actually get moved down the side-by-side going into the S's? Or someone's gone wide, and that will be Meraki Dom. He goes off and they fucking... Oh, my God. They've just punted each other. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, Maraki's out.
Retired.
He's out. He's gone into the wall. He's out. That's such a shame to end the race how it was. A little bit of awareness there, probably on both sides. But Yusuf has actually got another penalty. Sorry, he's got a penalty as well. And, well, look at this. Look at the two Alpines. They look like they are in a great position. And they're going to jump. Check it. We've got drama going on at the back here. Everything is going off at the back. Wojciech Steg, unfortunately, does win the race, but does get that penalty. So he loses that, and Campbell does take the win. Wojciech Steg does get the P2 there. And at the moment, will he keep the P2? Yes, he will. Yusuf stays in P3. And then we've got Checkered, who is going to lose that P4. And it looks like it is going to be Aiden and Chandler's. Look at that, P4 and P5. That is great work from Alpine. They've definitely not changed from where they were last season. So great work there as Jono does spin across the line and will obviously know the rules if he was to do that in a race. But here we go. Look like we have a close little finish here between Hado and With Matif. Hado goes around the outside. Hado and With Matif. Shifty Wizard getting involved in that as well. It's all three of them. Here they go. Who's going to get across the line? Oh, close there. And Dido wraps up P14. That was an interesting end to an interesting race, I've got to say the least. It was good from start to finish until the last couple of laps.
Yeah, very good race overall. Weird lap one and a weird last lap, but I'd say very good race overall. It's obviously it's evaluation, so I'm sure we'll be both keeping notes as a team principal. I'll be looking at the race director right now, but just look at this. We've got driver of the day, Hado, fastest lap, Wojciech Steg. Race winner is Campbell Adams, and most overtakes is Shifty Wizard. Is that not supposed to have a cleanest driver as well?
Yeah, obviously there wasn't one tonight.
You can tell why.
Yeah, maybe. I love this new thing. It's cool, eh? The race winner, fastest lap driver of the day, and most overtakes. It's pretty cool. Yeah, there you go. So, classifications. Campbell taking the win. Wojciech Steg taking P2. Yusuf taking P3. Chandler's taking P4. Aiden's Raiden. Then Kalki. Then Checkered. Then Jono. Then Limitless. Then JF7. Hado with Matif. Shifty Wizard. Dido. Dante. And Meraki Don. Kyatonic. Watanabe. Yuki Bear. Unfortunately, 2 DNFs. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to the evaluation. That is the first evaluation wrapped up. Vettel, summary on your evaluation.
Great to be back. That was the first race in F1 25, and it was a very good race. Yeah, we saw a bit of drama on lap 1, we saw a bit of drama on the last lap, but overall I'm sure the boys will be practicing all week, noticing, well, I'm sure they'll be told very soon it's Brazil, and I'll be on the time trials all week.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much to everyone tuning in, as always. Get ready for more action tomorrow night, where we head back to Bahrain with Division 3. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you very soon. Good night.